Capitolo 5. Scomposizione di Brian. Beh, il titolo è tutto particolare. Va bene.
At last, Bennett's apartment building.
Oh, finalmente.
Shouldn't be too hard to find a fire escape to get up there. I'll go up to his penthouse, steal the recordings of my therapy sessions, and find out what happened on Mala Island once and for all. Okay, now!
Sì, soffriamo ancora di amnesia. Polizia. La guardia di finanza. Ok.
Darn it. I can't take the luxury of going into the street again, or someone might recognize me, so I better just do what I came here for.
Ok.
Bad news. There's no sign of a fire escape.
Bene.
I'll have to find some other way into the building.
Dobbiamo salire. E abbiamo il nostro imbuto.
Ah, a lovely souvenir from Happydale.
Sì, va bene. Andiamo di qui. Oh, scale. Andiamo. Ah?
The end is here. Have a nice...
Bene. Giusto. Normale. Semplicissimo.
This here's Bennett's apartment building.
Come on, let's catch her here.
No, let's go another way. Or do you want to stay to chum around with the bumps?
Gina.
I'm shocked. I'm terribly saddened to hear this. The doctor he was a very close friend, so all we can do for him now, and especially for Brian, is watch this.
Patient, Brian Vasco, session 25.
6 ottobre
October
2008.
6,
Quando è morto?
2008. Good, Brian. Before continuing with your memories,
Oh.
would you like to go over what you've been explaining to me in your latest sessions?
Yes.
Oh, carino. Quindi adesso scopriamo cosa è successo tra il 2 e il 3.
Everything began during your vacation in Hawaii, correct?
Adesso stiamo
Yes.
controllando
Gina hired Otto, an old German
Bennett,
pilot,
quindi
to take us on a day trip to Mala Island. I think Otto had a heart attack. When we flew over a big lake, I threw Gina out the door with the only parachute on board. And then I tried to land the plane.
Va bene.
What happened when you attempted the crash landing on Mala Island?
Otto had vanished. I found a military camp by the lake. I asked the soldiers if they'd seen Gina, and I talked to their main officer, Colonel Kordsmeyer. He told me he hadn't seen her, but I could tell he was hiding something. So I decided to infiltrate the camp and search for her.
No, non mi ricordo. Oh,
Tell me about how you infiltrated Kordsmeyer's camp.
I knew Kordsmeyer was waiting for a scientist to come visit. Thanks to O'Connor, a really dumb soldier, I was able to impersonate the scientist, but I couldn't find Gina. Still, I discovered clues that something weird was happening in the lake, and also that the only person who'd know what was going on was this guy named Professor Simon in Alaska.
Tell me about your trip to Alaska.
When I found Professor Simon's house somewhere in the middle of Alaska, he told me the unbelievable truth. At the bottom of the lake on Mala Island, there was a spacecraft from the planet Trantor. With the help of an alien accomplice, Kordsmeyer stole some energy stones from the Trantorians, and without them, these aliens would die for sure. We'd only return them in exchange for a technologically advanced Trantorian weapon.
What was the relationship between Gina?
When Gina fell into the lake, they rescued... She had gunshot wounds, probably inflicted at the orders of Kordsmeyer. They tried everything they could to heal her, but without the energy stones, Gina would soon die.
Quindi ne avevano una.
Did you get the extraterrestrials' energy stones back?
Getting the stones... But with some friends' help, I found another piece of Trantonite.
Oh,
It had been hidden for centuries in a pirate ship at the bottom of the Pacific. I got that stone and returned to Mala Island.
Ottimo. E c'era... Conosci la canzone della rana?
Okay, Brian. I guess this is about as far as we can go
No,
with our
volevo
review
fare
of prior
quello.
sessions. Let's delve into unknown territory at last. In the fantasies that your memory seems to recognize as reality, did you manage to deliver the energy stone to the Trantorians and save Gina's life?
Sì? O no?
It's all a bit confusing.
Cosa scrivi che è confused? Ma... Vabbè.
Just try, Brian. Did you get to the lake without being seen by the soldiers?
Yes, there was a turtle. I followed one of them in order to sneak onto the ship, but Kordsmeyer, Tarantula, and their troops were a few steps ahead of me. I took out one of the guards and put on his uniform, then they saw me. To reach the heart of the spacecraft, I was going to have to do it the hard way. In the end, I made it to a sealed chamber. My sixth sense told me where I was supposed to place the Trentonite.
Il sesto senso, Già. C'erano 10.000 frecce.
And that's how I
Povero
managed to get the
Capote.
Trentonite to Alpha, the leader of the Trantorian ship.
It's fascinating that your mind is able to believe all of these wild adventures, Brian.
Credere.
Let us continue.
Alpha
Did it
ci
take
mette il
Alpha
nostro-
long to get his strength back?
Not long at all. In a matter of minutes, he went from being half dead to being
Complimenti.
completely healthy.
La Trantonite.
Were the Trantorians able to regain control of their ship?
Yeah, Alpha woke up the rest of the crew. And they attacked the soldiers and took Kordsmeyer prisoner. As well as Tarantula and the alien trader who'd stolen their energy stones.
Quello siamo noi, quello laggiù in fondo. Ah? Questo
And
mi
then
interessa
what?
di più.
Don't tell me the Trantorians themselves took
Li abbiamo
Kordsmeyer to the
catturati.
authorities.
No, they used a mind control device, so I'd do it for them. By activating it, I could take control of Kordsmeyer's body while I just sat there, motionless.
Che gran figata.
And by controlling the colonel, I could make him confess his crimes to his second-in-command, Lieutenant Colonel Jerome D. Chapman, who would no doubt arrest him. I had to do this fast, because after 1 hour, the person using the mind control device loses his powers and the device disintegrates.
Ottimo.
By the way, how was Gina during all this?
Luckily, she was fine, but she was still unconscious. Alpha told me she would still take a while to wake up, and that afterwards she wouldn't remember a thing.
Questo è Runaway.
But I didn't
Una
care.
bella immagine
I
così.
finally got to see her again, alive and safe and sound.
Ok. Mhm.
In other words, the only gift they gave you was this device, which you say
Sono
would stop working after
cattivi
1
questi,
hour.
però
In
sono così.
addition to the device, they gave me a very special gift. However, they insisted I be careful. Trentonite is powerful, so I had to keep it from falling into the wrong hands.
Miseria, addirittura. Gli ha dato una Trantonite.
They gave you the Trentonite, if I'm not mistaken.
In addition to the device, they gave me a... However, they insisted I be careful. Trentonite is powerful, so I had to keep it from falling into the wrong hands.
Mhm. Ah, patata bollente.
In other words, the Trantorians left you with this hot potato and took off. The nerve.
They said that Earth had become too hazardous for them, and that they would never return.
Beh, un militare ha una
They vanished in utter silence. Nobody saw them appear, nobody saw them when they left.
Sì, non si nota una luce così. Ah, completamente. Perfetto.
Let's go over everything again. The Martians gave you the Trantonite and a device to control Kordsmeyer's brain with.
Complimenti.
And then they left. And what happened to all of you who were inside the ship?
Già, che succede?
Alpha told me the soldiers would be beamed back to the military camp, and that all of their memories about the spacecraft would be erased instantaneously. As for me, I appeared inside of Colonel Kordsmeyer's tent. I could still control everything he did. I could see myself holding on to the mind control device. Then I remembered what Alpha had said. I had 1 hour to make sure Kordsmeyer was put in jail
Bene.
before the device would disintegrate. Just 1 hour.
Bene.
How am I going to do this? I've got to get Kordsmeyer and Tarantula arrested.
Sì.
But as soon as that happens, the Trantonite will probably get taken away. I'm not sure how I'll set things up, but within an hour, the Colonel and his mercenary will be behind bars. And my Trantonite will
Sì.
be in a place where nobody can find it but me.
Signori, capitolo 5, scomposizione di Brian. Siamo Kurzmeier.
Looks ancient.
Abbiamo un po' di armi. Pistola, dallo stivale, dalla cintura. Ah, va bene. Macete, coltello. Ah, va bene. No. Ok. Apri la capsula.
Inside is the gift Alpha gave me for helping the train. I'll take it.
Meglio metterlo magari al
Great.
sicuro.
Now I just have to hide it somewhere.
Ok. Non abbiamo nient'altro. Gina, va bene. Tarantola.
Not only do I find a
Ok. Scusate. Ok, ora possiamo uscire. Oh, Connor.
Marine Zachariah O'Connor at your orders. My colonel. My sir. My. Semper Fi, sir.
Oh, how nice.
I'm here, my sir. Colonel.
È
I
un
would have never
genio.
guessed.
Dang it, sir. I mean, I'm not there anymore, my colonel.
Unbelievable. And where is there?
There, sir, my colonel. Where their mission is.
Look, soldier, let's get things straight.
Ok. Sempre fedele, lasciamo stare.
What is that mission you were talking about?
Shoot, sir. You're the one who said, give the mission to the
Mi
dumbest and
stato
most
più
unessential
babbeo,
soldier in the
impressionibile.
regiment. Sir. And that's me, sir. Marine Zachariah O'Connor. Semper Fi.
La missione è il giorno dopo su Mala Island.
What does the mission I asked you to perform consist of?
Recovering the box of Havana cigars
Esatto.
from my colonel from the deepest part of the Hawaiian jungle. Sir, my colonel.
I would like a report on this cigar-related mission.
Esatto.
Sir, I'm in the I can't write.
Chi t'ha
Then
detto di
report to
scrivere?
me orally.
Wait, is that where the suppositories go?
Oral means by speaking.
Sir, yes, sir. The helicopter performed the Havana cigar drop far away at the wrong coordinates on the island. Colonel,
Yeah.
they were in the middle of the jungle, so I headed there. More scared than embarrassed, sir.
Why were you afraid to go into the jungle?
Monkeys, sir! Those sneaky monkeys that tried to steal my cab and
Addirittura,
threw
Little
coconuts at me.
Demon.
Couldn't you defend yourself from the monkeys?
Yes, sir! I glued my cap to my scalp using the regulation glue, my colonel.
Ecco.
The bad thing is that the monkeys didn't have your cigars, sir!
Who had Kordsmeyer's cigars then? I mean, my cigars. Your colonel, sir.
These awful zillion-year-old geezers, a Japanese guy
giapponese
and
e
a
un
German who
tedesco.
looked like they just came out of a war movie
Ah,
in
sì,
black
quello
and
che
white.
sembrava Joshua
They
e
had
8.
smoked 7 of my colonel's cigars, my colonel, sir. But I managed to get the remaining cigars back and
Ottimo.
skedaddle out of there.
I'm taking away the glue you used to glue your cap onto your head.
That's the regulation survival glue, sir. It's all yours, sir.
Bene, abbiamo un po' di
I
collo.
wasn't familiar with this brand, soldier.
Gu. Vabbè. Cosa c'è qui? Cassa.
O'Connor is so oblivious that he's not even surprised by the fact that I, the colonel who ordered him to get the cigars back, haven't even put them in my tent yet. I don't smoke, but what the heck?
Prendine, dai.
1982? That thing is older than I am. I know that sounds weird because of my current appearance, but try not to forget that I'm actually a debonair collegiate youth with handsome blue eyes.
Ok. Qui forse? No, mi serve qualcos'altro.
Those are the world... I recently just...
Sì, va bene. Parla un po' con... Mi serve ancora un oggetto.
How'd you figure that out? Sir, I sent my application into intelligence services, but since I'm
sì.
a moron, I'm not...
Ma cosa ti
What
serve
do
la
you
testa?
use that pretty little head for?
to keep my insides from getting wet.
Questa era
Colonel,
una battuta vecchia, vabbè.
Just how much of...
total moron, utter and complete, sir.
Vabbè, ho calzato
Marine
le sedie,
Zachariah
certo.
O'Connor, at your orders. A-Class A, nincompoop. Oh, sir, my colonel.
Ecco.
If you're a moron...
Precisely, because I'm a moron,
Uh-huh.
sir. I'm the perfect candidate for espionage stuff. because nobody'd ever
C'ha anche
suspect I had
ragione,
anything
però,
to do with intelligence work.
You're right. Your intelligence is a topic we're better off avoiding. I didn't know...
The rules are a bit complicated, sir. But in
Basicamente
order to
dice,
impede
allo
the
scopo di
dehydration caused by
controllare
colitis,
il colite.
dysentery, and other agents, which lead to uncontrolled rectal evacuation.
Dai.
As soon as the soldier detects the first symptoms, he or she is required to apply the regulation glue to the site of expulsion of the waste product. I don't understand all that stuff about dehydration, or colitis, or dysentery, or evacuation, or rectal or waste expulsion.
Non ho capito niente,
But the
praticamente.
important thing is I learned it by heart and I can regurgitate it on command. Sir!
Rectal means where you put your suppositories.
Why, shucks, sir. I don't know what to say. Semper Fi.
If you don't understand what you're saying, why memorize it?
To say something smart once in a while.
Ogni
Colonel, sir.
tanto.
Plus, don't forget, I almost never know what I'm talking...
Let's just move on to another... Eddie?
Oh!
Va bene.
O'Connor is so oblivious that he's not...
Ah, mi serve un altro oggettino.
I could drive far away.
Cassa. Questa è la cassa.
It's full of coconuts. It's full of...
Prendi una noce di
Ok.
cocco. E mi sembra che abbiamo concluso tutti gli oggetti.
They grow some fine...
Ottimo. Allora, apriamo in due la noce di cocco.
Okay, I'll use the other knife for leverage. While I was at it, I drank the coconut milk inside and ate the meat. It was amazing.
Ok. Mettiamo dentro.
Not the best hiding place in the
Questo.
world, but at least it'll be out of sight and has a protective shell.
Ok. E mettiamoci dalla colla.
Right, if I do this, it'll be a lot harder to figure out that the trantonite is inside. In any case, I still have to find a way to keep the soldiers from finding it. I don't know where that box will end up, which would make it hard to get the trantonite. I don't... Great idea.
Darla a O'Connor, almeno la tiene lui e sai dove andare a prendere.
Soldier,
Yes, sir! Colonel! Sir!
I'm gonna give you a coconut. I know you have a lot of them already, but this one here is special.
Specialissima.
Does it bite?
No! What you gotta do with it is hide the thing.
In the place where I put my suppositories.
No! Well, not necessarily. Put it wherever you want. But hide the thing. I don't want anyone to know you've got it.
I'll protect it with my life. That coconut is now worth more than my own head, my
Non è
colonel.
che ci vuole
Good.
tanto.
You only give it to someone who says this password to you. We all know the truth. Life consists of how we choose to distort it.
We all know the truth. Life consists of how we choose to distort it. Sir,
Ottimo.
password memorized. My colonel, sir.
È un genio.
Perfect. When all this is over, things calm down, either Gina or I could go find O'Connor, give him the password, and get the trantonite back.
Ottimo. Ora... Esatto.
Well, not that I care much, but it may be a good way to get rid of all the evidence that the Trantorians ever visited this pretty little island.
Non è male
Let's
come
see
idea.
now. First I pull the pin, then I put the grenade inside the capsule, I close the capsule, I walk outside, I throw the capsule towards the lake, and boom! If nobody
Ottimo.
sees me, cool. And if they do see me, well, I'm supposed to be the man in
Giusto.
charge around here, aren't I? So go for it.
Non fa una piega, ragionamento.
Gentlemen, you have to be extremely careful when handling grenades. Never, I mean never, in any case, pull the pin before the right time. Oops. A grenade with a USB connection. What have they come up with next?
È geniale sta cosa.
No. That's disgusting.
Non ho un PC. O'Connor? Dimmi che è un PC qualcosa. No.
At ease. Oh!
Dove me la...
Who'd have thought it was actually a pen drive? For macho reasons only a soldier would understand.
Non nascosto nelle mutande.
O'Connor rescued it from the jungle. According to O'Connor, an old German guy lost in the middle of the jungle had them.
Sì, no.
Soldier, your courage, valor. Would you like a cigar?
Yes, sir, my...
Enjoy it, soldier.
È buono, eh?
But, how dare you? Smoking in the presence of an officer. Are you looking to be court-martialed? I will turn a blind eye to your lack of discipline because of who I am. But the next time this happens, I will turn your pathetic little life into a living hell. Got that?
I shall accept my punishment with honor and integrity, sir.
Okay, I confess that was a bit cruel of me, but Kordsmeyer's body seems to have kept a grip on its innate rage and evil disposition. And I just had to get it out somehow.
Va bene. Prendi un altro sigaro.
I already...
Ok, niente. Mi serve un computer, porca miseria. Che cos'è in mano?
Finally here. Right in front of me. I can't believe everything I had to go through to get her back. There's hardly any time remaining before the device falls apart and stops working. Gotta hurry here. According to Alpha, she'll wake up more or less when the mind control device disintegrates.
Bene. Che faccio?
I'm no murderer. Kordsmeyer. She's my girl. I'm against suicide. I don't see what I have to gain by...
Non lo so. Ah, e ci siamo capiti, eh? Non mi ricordavo di sta cosa.
Okidoke.
Che c'era una schermata in più. Vabbè, vediamo comunque cosa c'è. Tanto lui studia un po'. Passa un po' di tempo. Questo è per dire passa un po' di tempo. Noi aspettiamo, tanto non abbiamo niente da fare. No, c'ho ancora un capitolo da registrare.
The USB grenade contains information on lots of different fraudulent activities Kordsmeyer has taken part in. The money he embezzled from the military budgets, hiring Tarantula. There's nothing here to get him to rot in jail for a couple of consecutive life sentences.
Un paio di volte. Parla al telefono.
Get Lieutenant Colonel Chapman on the horn.
Esatto. Chapman.
Lieutenant Colonel Chapman, come to my tent immediately. I order you to arrest me, along with Tarantula, my accomplice, for the crimes of embezzlement, fraud, and abuse of power. Since I may eventually deny all this, let me mention that the documents which prove it that...
Documenti che?
Keep still, soldier boy.
Ma che? Lo sta controllando. Tarantula sta controllando Brian. Ecco chi ha ucciso Kordsmeyer.
So long, soldier boy.
Ha ucciso Kordsmeyer. Ecco perché è un pazzo di tutto. Questo manderebbe parecchio
After
impazzire.
hearing Brian Basco's deeply buried and confused memories, these are my conclusions regarding what really took place on Mala Island. The Army arrived to provide backup for a scientific operation, observing the falling of a small meteorite in the central lake on Mala Island. With the help of the mercenary, who Basco refers to as Tarantula, Colonel Kordsmeyer intended to steal the core of the meteorite, or in other words,
Diciamo che il capitolo è anche finito.
the Trantonite, before the scientists
È durato
arrived.
poco, ma intenso.
When Brian Basco showed up, asking for Gina, who had fallen into the lake from an airplane, The colonel decided to get rid of him without providing any further explanation.
Ottimo.
With the army refusing to help, Basco stole some diving equipment and the military uniform
Attrezzatura
he
del
mentioned.
sub. Non è stato tradotto. Non l'ho
And
letto
he
dopo,
rescued
vabbè.
Gina, who was lying unconscious in an underwater cave inhabited by sea turtles, which he referred to as the Trantorian spacecraft and its alien crew. He was exhausted and nearly frozen to death. This explains his paranoid inventions related with Alaska.
Ma no,
he
è
made it to
andato
the
in Alaska
surface with
veramente.
Gina and got some help from the military in the end.
È andato in Alaska veramente. Vabbè.
And while they were waiting inside of a tent, Kordsmeyer came in to make sure they didn't know anything about his plans. That is the moment Tarantula chose to betray the Colonel in order to steal the coveted meteorite core herself.
Ecco, quindi
She
c'è la
put a gun
tarantola.
in Brian Basco's hand at a time when he didn't even have the strength to move. She held her hand over Brian Basco's, forcing him to press the trigger.
Quindi è stata tarantola tecnicamente.
And she shot Kordsmeyer. Going into shock clouded Basco's memory. In the meantime, Tarantula escaped. Chapman
Miss
detained
Palmer?
Basco, committed suicide months
Yes.
later. I don't have a clue who this Tarantula really is, but I trust that if we find her, life will become a lot easier for Brian Basco.
Ok. Si sapeva, ci si era capito, ma
Allow me to explain the situation to you, Judge. You will write up a report declaring Brian Basco guilty, based on the evidence found by Dr. Bennett.
That evidence doesn't exist.
It does. The recordings from the hypnotherapy sessions, Chapman's email.
Both prove he's innocent.
They'll never know. Tonight, Gina Timmons will force open the door of this house, and she'll destroy all the evidence.
You'll never get that report, even if you threaten to kill me.
You're already dead. After destroying the evidence, Gina will shoot you 5 times, point blank.
oh,
After that, she'll take the gun, put it in her own mouth, and...
Have you no scruples? You planned it all out?
Not everything. My dilemma, dear Judge, is whether to order 2 coffins or 3.
no,
Start writing.
che infame. Sempre contorsionista, cioè proprio. Ok.
Man, a few years ago, that day I fell down dancing and dislocated my thumb, I would have never imagined I would actually be thankful for new flexibility in my thumb. Otherwise, I'd still be stuck in those handcuffs.
Ok.
And as for opening them with a tie pin,
Bene.
well, we all have a past, but getting back to the present. I can't escape or I run the risk that Tarantula will make Gabbo and Judge Whitley pay for it. So I guess all I can do is try to ask for help. But how? And from who?
Non è finito il capitolo. Siamo ancora a capitolo 5 e vi faccio vedere che il capitolo 5 ha 2 parti. E c'è anche un 5 con Brian. E non posso andare avanti. Ottimo. Qui potete rivedere. È uno spoiler, dai, si userà Brian, però va bene. Qui potete prendiamo questi video. Sì, perché qua non si può rivedere tutta la storia. Cosa è successo in Runaway 2.5, diciamo. No, c'era scritto qua, scusate, precedente, eccolo qua, che avevamo visto all'inizio, in cui Tarantola prende il controllo. Qui tutta la storia, praticamente Gina Forever, questo è un tatuaggio che si è fatto, e tutti i capitoli. Quindi interessante, va bene, molto interessante. Possiamo guardarci un po' in giro, tipo queste barattoli qui.
Those things there look like containers of juice.
Succo, prendili.
I'll just take one.
Ma prendine anche 2
Citrus Splash Extreme Juice. How lame.
quelli energetici.
Those cleaning products must be good because this home... I'd say
detersivi.
I have nothing to clean. Shirts
piano.
and sweaters. If
Anni.
there were any sheets, I could tie them together and A, I don't intend to escape, and
Che stupidata. Il secchio.
it's empty.
Brava. E se nel caso in cui io non
Okay,
posso,
but
li verso
I have
tutti.
emptied every single one on the shelves to make sure the bucket was nice and full.
Ottimo. Ce ne faremo qualcosa. Sì, non vi preoccupate. Qua dentro che c'è?
Smells nice. Let's see if there's anything useful in there.
Sì.
Pretty scarf.
Carino. Serve ancora un oggettino. Che non ho idea di dove prenderlo. Qui cosa c'è?
It's the entrance to one of those neat laundry.
Apri?
Just what I imagined. This is where they throw their dirty laundry so their maids can wash it downstairs.
Quindi c'è praticamente una via di fuga.
I
Però
had to
noi...
escape from a hotel room by jumping down one of those chutes once, because outside the door there was... Oh, never mind. I slid down the chute for at least 50 feet, and I fell into a tank full of bags of dirty laundry. Didn't get a scratch or bruise, it was so soft.
Vabbè. Che c'è qui? Due ce ne sono?
Shirts and sweat.
Perché mi insegna due?
There's a small iron.
Ferro da stiro. Prendi ferro da stiro.
It's brand new.
Possiamo bruciare la stoffa e
I
scrivere
don't see why
qualcosa.
I should do that for now.
No? Guarda un po' fuori allora, dai. C'è Brian sotto ora che ci penso.
Looks like the same bum we saw when we got here. Assuming he's just asleep or drunk. I've clearly
infatti.
found someone to ask for help now. This isn't going to be easy, though. Iron it? I think not.
Esatto. Bruciamo
Call
che ci
the
sia
cops.
scritto chiama la polizia. Carino. Che figata. Ci avrà messo dei
I
giorni.
think it's
guarda.
obvious what I'll be...
Ok? Mi fai una scena...
I've got to get...
No.
That sounds good. A juice bath will certainly wake that bum up.
Si sveglia sicuro. È bruttissimo. Povero
I'll let the
Brian.
scarf hang out of the window so he sees my message after the juice in the bucket spills on him and wakes him up.
Oh, I don't believe it. I'm going to have to tie you up now.